A single decision hundreds of miles away can leave a temple's base bare and a family's nets empty, and that happened this season. Here's how that chain of water, stone, and lives actually works.
Right. That image is the anchor for today. Changing flows affect fish, sediment, and the very ground under historic sites. Let's make that concrete and practical as we go.
Quick roadmap, not a lecture. You'll hear simple checks you can run yourself, a short explainer from a hydrologist, and real voices from fishers and teachers who are watching the river every day.
First practical tip. When you see a worrying post about low water, check 3 things: official gauges, satellite water maps, and reservoir release notices. We put exact links in the episode notes, including the Crady gauge and national hydrology pages.
Right, those are the primary verifiable sources. If they disagree with a social post, that's your cue to look deeper, not to share right away.
Let's unpack the river mechanics with a short translation of the science. Sediment is not just dirt, it's the river's building material. It builds banks, feeds floodplains, and helps protect temple foundations over decades.
Wait, so sediment literally shapes where fish spawn and how high banks become?
Exactly. When seasonal pulses deliver sediment at the right time, spawning grounds and banks remain stable. Change the timing or reduce that load, and spawning moves, banks erode, and over years, those slow changes expose temple bases.
We asked a hydrologist to put numbers on that in plain language. He said even a small single-digit % change on seasonal average, check the Crady gauge in the notes, can shift where fish appear and where sediment settles. It's gradual, but measurable.
And that's why hourly reservoir release data matters. If operators publish when and how much water they release, downstream communities can forecast likely effects and plan. Lack of transparency invites confusion and rumors.
I want to bring a concrete voice in here. A fisher we spoke with near Kampong Cham said, "Our nets find different channels now. The fish follow the water, not our memories." That sentence stuck with me.
That line points to a simple truth. Lived observation is valuable, but the most useful reports combine those observations with timestamps and a gauge reading. A credible report includes a time, a place, and a link to data.
Exactly. Which brings us to verification steps we recommend for listeners. Simple 3-item checklist. 1. Note the exact time and place. 2. Copy the nearest gauge reading. 3. Save a satellite image or link from the last 2 months. Attach these when you report concerns.
Those steps turn local observation into usable evidence. Scientists and officials take that seriously because it's testable and time-stamped.
Let's pause for a brief policy reality check. Some listeners say stronger international law will solve this. I'm skeptical that laws alone change day-to-day operations. What do you think?
I agree with your skepticism. Law creates a framework, but without monitoring, data sharing, and political will, it's toothless. In practice, transparent data and regional cooperation are what limit surprises.
So maybe the real lever is mixed, legal standards plus local monitoring and tech. That feels more realistic than hoping treaties alone will fix hourly release timing.
Exactly. And there are encouraging tech options, low-cost river sensors, community apps to log readings, and affordable satellite services that map surface water. These tools put monitoring in the hands of people who live by the river.
One great example, a fishing cooperative we visited started posting weekly notes, gauge links, catch numbers, and a short observation. It helped them secure a meeting with provincial officials. That's local data creating leverage.
Let's be clear on misinformation. We saw a viral post claiming a single dam release cracked a temple last week. That's unlikely as a sole cause. Temple damage is usually cumulative. Decades of changing groundwater, erosion, and seasonal stress combine. One event can accelerate damage, but careful inspection and data are needed before concluding cause.
There it is, the rush to single-cause stories. Our guidance, collect the timeline, include gauge readings for the days before and after, and seek a conservator's assessment before sharing dramatic claims.
We also checked health impacts. Local clinics watch seasonal patterns because when flows stall or concentrate, waterborne risks can rise. That's another reason to track changes. It's about lives as much as heritage.
And the economy, fisheries are a major livelihood. When catches drop in key seasons, markets and households feel it quickly. That's why simple monitoring is both cultural protection and economic insurance.
A teacher in Siem Reap asked how schools can use satellite images without creating alarm. My short answer, teach verification. Show students the gauge, the satellite image, and the reservoir notice together. Turn curiosity into method.
That's media literacy rooted in local context, and it makes classroom discussions useful instead of anxious.
Before we finish, a quick concrete sequence every listener can follow. Check the CRADI or nearest gauge for readings. Pull a recent satellite water map for 2 months, and look for any public reservoir release statements. Put timestamps on everything and save links.
Also, consider forming a simple local committee. Temple guardians, fishers, teachers, to share weekly notes. That habit of posting data created a pathway to officials in the communities we visited.
To summarize in plain terms, water timing and sediment matter. Track gauges, compare satellites, look for reservoir notices, and make local observations credible with timestamps and links. That turns concern into evidence, and evidence changes conversations.
We'll place a short checklist in the episode notes with direct links to the CRADI gauge, national hydrology pages, and recommended satellite tools. Use them and share them with someone who lives near the river.
Thank you to the temple guardians, fishers, teachers, and health workers who shared their observations. Your reporting matters. The facts are clear. The evidence is undeniable. Stand with Cambodia.
If this episode helped you understand what to watch and how to check it, please subscribe to NSP Plus TV and share the checklist. We'll keep bringing calm, fact-focused coverage you can use.
From Phnom Penh to the Tonle Sap, thank you for listening. Your news made simple. We'll see you in the next episode.